Hello everyone. Today we have a video for motorcycle lovers. Though we will not talk about ordinary production models that everyone can afford with a certain amount of money, but about rare custom items created specifically to surprise the public. French customizer Ludovic Lazaret produces unique motorcycles with exotic designs. His designs are so unique that they are admired even by people who are not very interested in motorcycles. This is one of his projects called Lazaret LM847. This is a four-wheel bike equipped with a Maserati engine. A unique motorcycle that has no analogs. The 4.7-liter V8 power plant produces a modest 470 horsepower and 620 Newton-meters of torque. At the same time, the motorcycle weighs only 400 kilograms. In practice, this means that Lazaret can burn rubber in any gear and at any speed. As for the transmission, everything is simpler than you think. The LM847 is equipped with a single-speed fluid clutch transmission and a double-chain final drive, which means it accelerates to infinity without shifting. This can be both a plus and a minus, depending on who is wielding the throttle. The Lazaret 847 has twin-wheel center hub steering based on the Dodge Tomahawk principle. This solution is the most optimal, since it is difficult to find any other technological solution when working with such engines. This bike has a complex suspension system that leans it into corners. Braking is handled by two 420mm Brembo brake discs and 8 piston calipers at the front and two 255mm discs and 4 piston calipers at the rear. With a total weight of 400 kilograms, Lazaret has a cosmic power-to-weight ratio. Therefore, a reinforced braking system obviously does not hurt. And this custom work was created by the Dutch company Rivata Customs. The creators called their technical work the Black Pearl. This motorcycle was presented to the public in Holland at the Big Twine show, next to a poster of Captain Jack Sparrow. But unlike the legendary sea vessel, this Black Pearl is a land vehicle powered by a steam engine. The designer of this amazing motorcycle, René van Tweegel, was inspired by the sights of old rusty steam locomotives, and decided to create something similar. The open crankshaft, which rotates the rear wheel with a special joint, mimics a steam locomotive engine both mechanically and visually. The presence of a bell and a steam pipe add to the similarity with old steam locomotives. The front of this technique has a more similar design to conventional motorcycles. The steering fork is connected to a pair of shock absorbers, and the wheel has a drum brake design that stops this beast. Unlike many other strange specimens that are presented at various exhibitions, the Black Pearl is a motorcycle that you can ride. There is no official data sheet, no mention of horsepower, torque or weight. Only the maximum speed of this technique is known, and it is only 8 kilometers per hour, but in principle this is also not such an important indicator. The main thing is that this design generally goes. And most importantly, the rider who saddled this monster will certainly not freeze, because between his legs he has a burning cauldron that heats water for the steam engine. There is also no information about the power reserve, but if you carry a wheelbarrow with coal and water, it will obviously increase. Rhino Motors. And this, at first glance, half of a motorcycle, is a full-fledged vehicle from the Rhino Motors company. To create this miracle of technology, stabilization technology was used, which is used in Segways. Riding such a motorcycle is quite interesting, but extreme. The fact is that when riding it you need to be able to balance correctly. The appearance of a unicycle is reminiscent of science fiction technology. This is a very compact and economical mode of transport. Powered by electric batteries, it develops a low speed, but quite sufficient for moving around the city. The single wheel of the motorcycle has a diameter of 63.5 centimeters. The device combines gyroscopes and accelerometers to ensure the self-balancing of the motorcycle. And when the rider distributes his weight correctly, ensuring the motorcycle accelerates and stops, this vehicle from the future can feel quite safe. You just need to adapt a little. In order to start moving, you just need to lean forward a little by shifting your weight. To stop you need to lean back a little. For those who may find it inconvenient, they made a special handbrake. Such a motorcycle seems dangerous only at the beginning, but in reality it is very safe and simple. All management is easy. The balance of the motorcycle itself is impressive. It is almost impossible to fall on it. The American company Marine Turbine Technologies from Louisiana has built an even more incredible megabike, which, as the developers say, is capable of going faster than you dare. For almost a century and a half, engineers have repeatedly tried to replace internal combustion engines in motorcycles with something. Over the years, they have tried to implant any power plant, from a steam engine to a rotary motor or even an electric motor. But the company Marine Turbine Technologies decided this issue radically. It put in a motorcycle frame, a turbine from a helicopter. As a result, the Americans got the fastest production motorcycle in the world. Thanks to a gas turbine engine with a capacity of 320 horsepower, it could accelerate to 365 km/h. The motorcycle was produced for 5 years, after which the company focused on its core business, the production of marine engines. But the experiments with motorcycles did not end there. Now they have developed a new gas turbine megabike called 420RR. Bolted to its aluminum frame is a Rolls-Royce Allison 250C20 gas turbine engine, producing 420 horsepower at 52,000 RPM. The motor is powered by diesel fuel and kerosene. The same engine, by the way, is put on Bell helicopters, Jet Ranger, and many others. The wheelbase of the 420RR reaches 173 centimeters, and the maximum speed exceeds 400 km/h. The American company Ballistic Cycles has always been a trendsetter in the production of custom motorcycles. This unique bike development team was the first to use 30-inch wheels on motorcycles. Then they went even further, finalizing the concept of a large wheel, and completely redesigned the classic wheel mounting scheme, shortened the fork to the top of the wheel, and the braking system is integrated into the wheel itself, which is made from a single piece. Thus, they achieved a futuristic appearance of a motorbike. Building a truly innovative motorcycle took a lot of time and effort to design, as every detail of the bike was designed by hand. As a result, it turned out just a fantastic bike that is amazing.